All right, so we have reached the ninth and final World Series that the Oakland A's have won. In my opinion, this is the most iconic of the 9 victories because just, it was such a crazy World Series the way it went down. And it was Battle of the Bay 1989 between the A's and Giants. Got my Battle of the Bay 1989 hat and shirt because I just love this World Series, everything about it. It's so cool that teams that play literally just a bridge away from each other, in the World Series. Like it's so crazy that, on the biggest stage we have these two teams that are very close to each other, and not to mention a 7.1 magnitude earthquake hit literally the Oakland, San Francisco area right when this was happening. Like, what are the odds of that? That is, almost impossible how that went down, and it was crazy. So yeah, the World Series was actually postponed a little bit because if you look at Game 2, it was on October 15th. Game 3 was October 27th, so you had a lot of time in between those games. The A's got a clean sweep of the Giants in this World Series, 4-0, and the MVP was Dave Stewart, and very well deserved. He won 2 games. He was credited with 2 wins in this World Series. The A's were coming off the AL pennant from 1988, where they played the Dodgers and lost a heartbreaking World Series that year. So they, had their eyes set on winning a World Series. They hadn't won it since '74, obviously, and they were a very good team in this season. The Giants were led by Will Clark, who in Game 1 got a double, but he was, a very good player. But the A's, I think, were just a lot better than the Giants, although, they were only separated by 7 wins in the regular season. In Game 1, the A's won 5-0, and like I said, Giants didn't have much offense besides the Will Clark double. The A's did pretty good in this game. Dave Parker got a homer in this game, and Walt Weiss got a homer as well. Carney Lansford contributed as well. Tony Phillips got an RBI, and Ricky Henderson as well. What a great team. I mean, everyone I'm naming is, a great player for the A's. Dave Stewart played a complete game in this, did amazing. He only allowed 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts, and got the win. The Giants had a couple different pitchers, but, the A's just dominated Game 1, winning it by a solid margin. And this game was in Oakland. Game 2 was also in Oakland, but although home field advantage in this series didn't really matter too much because they're so close, right? Game 2, the A's won by a final score of 5-1, also in Oakland. This game was a little bit more exciting. Mike Moore got the win for the Athletics. The A's got the first run in the first inning. The Giants got the second run of the game, which tied it up at 1 in the third inning, but the A's had an electrifying 4-run fourth inning to give them the 5-1 lead, and there was no more runs after that. In this game, Carney Lansford got a double. Mark McGwire, who was, pretty young at this point, he got a double as well. Ricky Henderson got a triple with his speed. Terry Steinbach got a homer for the A's, and the A's just, dominated this. Ricky was awesome in this game with 3 hits and a walk, and obviously we all know that he was the stolen base king, and he could, if he got on base, you could almost bet that, he was going to be gone. He was going to be taken off for second base or third base. Giants didn't really do too much in this game, and they only got 4 hits and only 1 run. And that only RBI came from Robbie Thompson, the second baseman. It was a sacrifice fly in this. The A's had Mike Moore on the mound, who did pretty good. He pitched 7 innings, and Dennis Eckersley got the save. So that was pretty good to see. The A's got a nice win in this one, 5-1. In Game 3, the A's put up a lot of runs in this game. I mean, the Giants did too. 13-7 final score at Candlestick Park. Long live Candlestick Park. This game was actually pretty exciting because you actually have a lot of runs in separate innings. The A's got out to an early 2-0 lead in the first inning. Giants split their lead in half and got a run in the second inning. From there on, though, the A's got a lot of runs. In the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings, the A's got 7 runs in between those 3 frames, and the Giants only got 2, so that really put up the A's in front. The A's got 4 runs in the 8th inning. The Giants got 4 runs in the 9th. So a lot of RBIs going on for both teams. Jose Canseco was awesome in this game with 3 RBIs. Carney Lansford got 2 RBIs. Dave Henderson got 4 RBIs in this game. So a lot of good power hitting for the A's in this. Dave Henderson got a homer in this game. Tony Phillips did as well. And Carney Lansford did also. So a lot of homers, a lot of good hits in this game. Ricky Henderson got 2 stolen bases in this game. For the A's pitching tonight in this game, they had Dave Stewart once again, who did a really good game. He did allow a homer, but his ERA is still low, and he got 7 innings pitched, only 5 hits and 3 earned runs. I mean, very well deserving of that MVP award in this World Series because he was just so dominant. And we all know Dave Stewart as a very dominant player for the Athletics. The Giants had Scott Geraltz pitching, and he didn't do super well. 4 earned runs in 3.1 innings, and the A's kind of just lit up. You know, this wasn't even close at this point. The A's take a 3-0 lead in the series. Like, I mean, the Giants were a good team, but like we all know, the A's were miles better in terms of talent and power and how good they were. And I think that's what makes this World Series a lot more special, because the A's were so talented, and they were very much the team to beat. I mean, they went to 3 World Series in a row between 88 and 90 for a reason. And yeah, this on display very well. So yeah, in the final game of the World Series, Game 4, the A's won at Candlestick Park by a final score of 9-6 and clinched their 9th World Series title and their 4th World Series title in Oakland. Good game for the A's in this one. They had Mike Moore on the mound. Dennis Eckersley got the save. I mean, there's that iconic final out with Dennis Eckersley, you know, getting all excited, and it's just awesome to see. But yeah, in this game, Ricky Henderson homered in this game. Terry Steinbach got a triple, a double for Dave Henderson. And the A's got a lot of good RBIs in this game. Just a lot of good hitting. Ricky Henderson had 2 RBIs in this game, 3 hits for him. I think, you know, if Dave Stewart didn't win MVP of this World Series, I think Ricky probably would have been a runner-up in that category. But a lot of good hits for the A's in this. Jose Canseco with 2 hits, Lansford with 2 hits. And the Giants, you know, once again, they were okay. I mean, you know, Brett Butler, who is probably one of their best players, he had 3 hits in this game and an RBI. But yeah, the Giants just they couldn't, you know, capitalize, and yeah, lost the World Series. So the A's got their 9th World Series in a row and their final World Series to this date. But definitely a very iconic World Series. Like I said, definitely one of the most iconic of all time in any World Series. Interesting, this was the 4th World Series matchup between these two teams since 1913. And the previous 3 matchups were when the Giants were in New York and the A's were in Philadelphia. So it's kind of interesting. So, you know, these teams definitely have a lot of history. And, you know, it's not an official rivalry, but Battle of the Bay is a very, you know, important, you know, like it's a lot of stakes at it, right? Like every year when Battle of the Bay happens, it's iconic. You know, these two teams, they're not in the same division or league, but they, you know, they go at it, and it's a fun rivalry. And this World Series showed that. The A's had a lot of Hall of Famers, and yeah, I just really, and I kind of wish I was alive to see it, because it's really cool. And you know, it sucks that there was an earthquake in the middle, but it almost makes it more iconic, because it's just adds a lot more, you know, intensity to this matchup and how crazy it was. So that's the 9th of this World Series, of the A's World Series, the final one. So next we're going on to the Raiders championships and then so on. So let me know your guys' thoughts. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, thanks for watching.